Okay, whoa. You gotta bring that shit back.
It's good to have you with us.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the GoldenBaby channel. I'm back with another video on some mess, some tea, some drama. And by the time this video goes live, this will have been a little old, but I'm gonna still talk about what I want to talk about. Y'all know I've been away for 3 weeks, so I gotta catch up on a few things. But in this quick video, I want to get into some mess that occurred between rapper Mulatto, accompanied by one half of the City Girls, JT, and also fellow rapper LightSkin Keisha, and this internet viral Twitter user by the name of Evelyn Woodson. Now, this is about to be a lot of tweet reading. I'm gonna be honest, it all started when a whole other Twitter user tweeted about what seems like a recent club performance or appearance by Mulatto, speaking of how these celebrities who are still out and about during a pandemic must really need money, to which Evelyn replied and said this, and then it just went on from there. So she says, I think they're struggling because concerts and appearances is how the D-list celebrities make money. Just saw Mulatto and Moneybagg at a whole concert during a pandemic. Then Mulatto replied and said, yeah ho, that's what it took to get me out the house too. I'm 21 and I take care of my whole family. We sending money to 5 different states. F yeah, I'm still collecting mine. Then she says, black women mad at seeing other black women get the coin. Ill, can't relate. Then she tweeted again and said, y'all must gonna pay me and mine bills. F off for real. I promise I'm not the celebrity, quote unquote, to get bullied out my statements. B, I said what I said. Sorry, but I gotta eat and feed others too. Then another Twitter user said that, oh, that's cool and all, but it's just the fact that you tried to spin this into a black women hating on other black women narrative when really her initial tweet was concerns about safety during a global pandemic when millions of black people are disproportionately dying. And Mulatto had to say that, nah, it's death hating when you throwing in little shady remarks like D-list celebrity when trying to make a point. Can't no hoe feeling herself off a couple viral tweets call me D-list. How the F does that work? Then Mulatto continued. She said, first it was all your fans as kids, then my fan base matured. Next it was you don't even got no song on the radio. Then I got a top 10 record at radio. Now it's you a D-list celebrity. So when I'm a Forbes list celebrity, I want y'all to boom 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 on your knees real sloppy. And then both JT and LightSkin Keisha came to Mulatto's defense. JT said, this is the weirdest tweet ever and y'all be bold saying people name like bold. To which Evelyn replied and said, I'm sorry, I was just commenting on what I saw. And JT said, but that's dead wrong. You always advocating for black women, but then say some weird stuff that gave me confused. What's the difference between artists in the club and waitresses at restaurants or anybody else that's working? I'm waiting. And Evelyn then replied, that doesn't mean I don't support black women, but we are in a pandemic where over 100,000 people are dead. A concert that has thousands of people can cause a surge and spread COVID even more. Fans shouldn't die at a concert during a pandemic. And JT lastly said, okay, doc, just stop dropping names. That's weird. And Keisha said, the fact that y'all be on the internet trying to count folks' pockets is crazy to me. And Evelyn said, girl, you about to be next to your name, sis. To which Keisha said, my name ain't nothing but a description, Miss Head and Shoulders. But since a hit dog wanna holla, let's get into it with your no nick having self. I'm the right one. And then another random Twitter user said, a description of what? Talking to Keisha. Because you're very much brown skinned. You're not light skinned at all. And keep it cute, mamas, and focus on that music so you can get verified like she, Evelyn, is. And Keisha said, girl, F a verification check, gotta check in real life. Regardless of what you think I am, I'm black and proud to be. Now kiss these butt cheeks. Next caller. Whew, okay. And then Evelyn turned her focus back to Mulatto. She said, so are you A, B, or C list? Which one will make you sleep better at night? The statement stands. We are in a pandemic. It's irresponsible to have an entire concert with thousands. We're gonna be in this thing till like 2050 at this point. And Lotto said, it's so cute how you ain't have this energy with JT. Oh, pick your fights. You a real bird. Throw a rock and hide your hands. You know you was being shady. Me and mine gonna eat, pandemic or not. F you and anybody else who don't pay our bills, respectfully. And then Mulatto continued and said, I'll drop that same back end I collected from the concert last night and drop it on this hoe Evelyn head. F you mean. Evelyn said, you can at me all day, but that won't change that you're a D-list and I was being very generous. We focused on the global pandemic, Miss Mulatto. Next topic. Mulatto says, B, you on the phone apologizing, talking about how you a fan, but on Twitter thugging. Next, can't wait to bump into you, ho, on your mama, I can't. And Mulatto continued a little bit more, replying to other fans' tweets. And Evelyn said, at the end of the day, I have seen people catch COVID and I know it's hell. I'm gonna take this pandemic seriously. And even at one point, Saucy Santana had replied to Evelyn and said that she was out of pocket. He said, what considers someone D-list? As artists, this how people eat. This weird AF. A hustler gonna get it by any means. A-list celebrities be at private house parties and in a club doing hard drugs and catching COVID for free. So my opinion on this is, as far as the pandemic goes with people in the club, it's a no for me. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Nobody should be in no packed out club during a pandemic, working or not. Now the strip club where people got to make their money doing what they do, okay, I guess, but section the entire club out, social distancing, raise the door fee, and if you ain't throwing real money, then you gotta get out. I mean, that's how it should be anyways. You want a private dance? Wear a mask. Clubs are one of the main places you really can't social distance at, so it's just a no. So I understand looking at public figures or anybody sideways when they choose to go to a club during a pandemic. And I don't know who Evelyn is. Apparently she's had some viral tweets. I mean, she is verified on Twitter, but she doesn't have that big of a following. She has some kind of magazine and she goes by another last name. I think she has a TED Talk, but that's all I could find on her. But she has to know that people use the term D-list celebrity in a shady way. Even though she claimed that she didn't mean it that way, and I guess it could be possible, she seems to be some type of fan of Mulatto, judging by how she praised her album not too long ago before this Twitter beef, as well as Mulatto saying that Evelyn apologized as a fan, but still that's shade. And to be honest, I feel like there are really only A and B list celebrities. You have your A-listers like the Kardashians, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Ariana Grande, Taylor Swift, Rihanna. Then you have B-list celebrities who aren't like worldwide and or have the potential to become A-list. Everyone else is just like a public figure, a personality, an influencer, an artist, whatever. And that's fine. There's no need to try to level them out on a list, and I don't even think Mulatto or JT or even Keisha cares to be dubbed as a celebrity or not. So this whole D-list issue was so stupid to me. You know what? It reminded me of back in the day when we all thought we were the and we used to say, this is an A-B conversation, so see your way out before the D jumps over the E and F's you up like a G. And child, y'all remember when that used to be the thing to say, or was that just down here where I live at? Let me know. But back to the commentary, I was so confused as to why they gave this girl so much energy. They have to know her somehow, because why else would it be seen as bold for her to name drop Mulatto? And apparently the two of them were on the phone. But either way, this argument wasn't worth the back and forth. If I was Mulatto, I would have just ignored her. But while we're on the topic of Mulatto and LightSkin Keisha, there was recently a lot of talk about the stage names of these two women. Both names have either a racial or colorist undertone. The argument for Keisha has always been that she's not even light-skinned, so why have that in your name? And she's spoken on that, as well as the reason why she chose the name in the first place.
My name, it came from, well, have you ever seen the movie Belly?
Yes.
So, you know, Keisha.
Oh.
She's like a dark-skinned Keisha. It's like a brown-skinned Keisha. So in that movie, like, she played, I just love the role that she played. Like, she played the whole, like, boss female, you know what I'm saying? Like, she handled the business. Like, I mean, I don't know. I just kind of like, I like the role that she played herself. So, you know, I just kind of took that and ran with it. I was like, oh, I'm light-skinned Keisha, because I feel like I'm a boss. There are people who kind of, like, just look over it and they know, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not meaning like, you know, oh, she's a colorist or anything. Like, there's a lot of people who get that, you know what I mean? But then there's some people that they'll comment certain stuff and be like, oh, she's not even light-skinned, or why does she call herself light-skinned Keisha, and that's so colorist and stuff like that or whatever. But me as a person, I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, like, you have to understand what colorist actually means. And I feel like you also, before you get to judging and assuming that somebody is this and that or that and this or whatever, you have to understand where the meaning of that name comes from. And that name does not come from anything of being colorist. Regardless of everything that's going on outside, light-skinned Keisha not a colorist. Light-skinned Keisha, her name is that just because it's literally a description. You know how people would describe themselves. Like, how would you describe yourself?
When the f*** is y'all folks gonna get tired of arguing and debating about my f***ing name? My name is my f***ing name. It is what the f*** it is. Period.
As for Mulatto, she has struggled with her name being a problem socially and professionally, and her name has been an ongoing topic since she first started making music. Even at 12 years old, she went by Miss Mulatto, and she has spoken on her name several times.
Miss Mulatto actually started as a derogatory term historically. But I kind of like took the negativity and made something positive out of it. I get a lot of slack for it though. People don't like that at all. But there's a story behind it. I used to be very insecure about my race growing up. Just being the light-skinned, long, blonde-haired girl in a majority black school, you know, you get a lot of hate for that. So basically, I just took the negativity and turned it into positivity. You know, for me, it's deeper than just saying, oh, I'm mixed. That's why my name is Mulatto. I used to be kind of insecure about how I looked. I hated my hair texture growing up and having to go to school and people look at me like, oh, she thinks she all that. I took that negative energy and made something positive out of it. Hence my movement being Miss Mulatto to today. So it's kind of like a double metaphor, not literally mulatto meaning I'm mixed, mulatto meaning the term that was once a negative word that I'm using in a positive light now. It definitely is a similar term to like the N-word. For me, it's not that deep. It's me embracing who I am, and it's hard to express to someone that wouldn't know the struggles that mixed people do experience.
Why not, with the name change, go with Mula or Lotto instead of just the phrase mulatto if it's so controversial?
Mm-hmm. I don't care about controversy. Like, I am controversy. Like.
So in my own personal opinion, their names don't bother me. They've already said they aren't changing their names. It is what it is. And I feel as though if we as black people can refer to other black people, specifically black men, as the N-word, and it's cool, or if we can have a whole rapper named Young Thug, which is a word used to demonize young black men when they have a run-in with the law, I think we can have a light-skinned Keisha and a mulatto. But I don't understand why, to my knowledge, black and mixed black people are the only ones who seem to take racially fueled words and flip it. I'm not trying to compare us, and I'm not saying I've never used the N-word before, but it's just something that I've noticed. It seems like we're just the only race or culture that does that. It's one thing to take back words like fat, slut, bitch, but words with a racial undertone, not so much. Me, personally, just me as Sage, I wouldn't choose the names that these two women have chosen, but to each her own. But let me know what you guys think. How do you feel about that online quarrel of these ladies? And what do you think about the names of Mulatto and Light-Skinned Keisha? Be sure to leave your thoughts and opinions down below. Like the video because it's good for your edges. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified each and every time I upload a video. And that's it for today. I'm going to see you guys in the next one.